How's it going, everyone? My name's Aiden. Welcome back. Today's day 275 of Post back on this channel. Back in the journey once again. Hopefully you all are having such a great Friday today and another day in the week. Of course, we are back. Congrats, we made it to the end of the week, so please enjoy the weekend. And with that being said, today's message that I want to talk about is you're not just starting over, you're in fact starting smarter. And before we get into today's message, let's talk about the day real quick. Didn't do anything other than wake up this morning, go to the gym, and I felt great. Had work 11 to 5 and came home and played Fortnite. The only thing I really look forward to is playing more Rivals with the boys. It's now an every Friday thing, so looking forward to that. And yeah, back to today's message. You're not just starting smarter. In fact, you are going to be starting over. I think sometimes when we need to take a break from things, we should just take a little quick reset button. There's no problem in resetting. There's no problem in starting over because it kind of gives yourself a different perspective, a different way to go about things. I think it's really important that, if you're kind of stuck on something and you're not sure what to do and it's something that you just started, restart. Do it again. Because the way how you're going to teach yourself by failure is you're going to have to stop at some point. And when you stop, at least you tried it in that way. Trying things in different ways, it teaches you lessons. Don't be guilty because you restarted. Instead, be thankful that you're learning a lesson from it. We can kind of incorporate this, lesson or, teaching in, daily things, daily lives, real life lessons. Obviously, I mean, that's why we're here. Talking about connections with individuals. Of course, I think communication is one of the biggest things when it comes to trying to make something good with somebody. If you don't have a solid connection, you're not going to have a solid friendship or relationship. At the end of the day, I think both parties should be honest with each other about things. And if you guys aren't even going to be honest with each other, well, what's the point of being friends? Friends are honest to each other. Friends care about each other. They care about each other's feelings, expressions, emotions, about, some things. It doesn't have to be everything, but some things. And how we kind of put this teaching into it is, well, let's say you and your friend are having an argument. It's something you've argued about for a while. What are you going to do about it? The best thing that you can do is not reset the whole friendship, but reset this type of interaction so it never happens again. Have a sit down conversation with that person. Talk about it. What are the good things about what's going on and what are the bad things about what are going on? Hear each other out. Hear each other's perspectives because we all look at things differently. And so why we try to come to an agreement in an argument is because we want to hear each other out. We want to know how both sides are feeling. If you never hear the other person, it's just not going to work out. And I'm never going to say it's meant, maybe it's not meant to be, blah, blah, blah. But in some cases, maybe that person is not meant to be your friend. If they don't respect your boundaries, if they don't respect your opinion, and it offends you in some sort of way, sure, everybody can look at something different and not care about the opinion. Be like, oh yeah, well, oh, like you're on the left side, oh that's okay. Oh, you're on the right side, that's okay. Like not everything has to match with a friend, but in general perspective, we should be honest with each other, communicative, and that's what a true friend is. Somebody who loves and cares and deeply wants to support another individual. At least in my eyes, that's how I look at a friendship. So even when trying to start something new, let's say you want to start this big project, you want to start your own business, right? You go down this direction, you're unsure about it, you're stressed, you're confused, you're anxious. Start over. Do it again. Give yourself a time and opportunity to reset. Take the lesson of, well, maybe that way of going about my business wasn't the right way. Let me do some research, look some things up, figure it out like that. And I think kind of like that, like when you do gain insight from other people, when you hear from other connections, when you know, watch YouTube videos about, you know, businesses and how they work, you start to gain your own insight and you're like, well, okay, well, that person did that. Maybe I could try that. And if that way doesn't work, do it again. Try again. Take the lessons that you are learning from your failure and implement it into the direction you're going in now, because that's going to push you past your limitations. It's going to make you realize, oh, you know, if I never gave myself the opportunity to try to reset, I wouldn't be in this position. So sometimes, you know, when you try to restart things, it's not because you're dumb or you're stupid, or it's just like, oh, like, forget it, I can't do it. You want to take a smarter approach. And when you do that and you allow yourself to do that, you feel more comfortable about taking a reset or taking a break, because you know what makes you successful or not. So that's something just big to remember, not even in just like a successful scenario, but even with your loved ones, you know, your family, everything, keeping connection close. It's very important. But with that being said, guys, hope you all have such a great rest of the evening. And remember to take care of yourself. You deserve to be matter, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.